And we're back. Guys, today we're looking at Call of Cthulhu. We're going to make an investigator for this horror, mystery solving RPG. I think this is one of the absolute like S tier RPGs that exist out right now. There's old school Dungeons and Dragons, and then there's Call of Cthulhu in my heart. Everything else is just B tier. So Roxy and I are going to be making a duet game using Call of Cthulhu. We're going to take a little bit of a break from OSE. We told you we were going to try some new systems, and this is one of them. While I'm reading through the first edition D&D rules, we're going to kind of spend some time with Call of Cthulhu. So this year, I have been studying this book, and I read it all the way through, and I think I've got it. The rules are pretty... I mean, they're not too complicated, right? Just roll under a D100, you got it. So we made her character. She's ready to go. We're going to make Burt Derringer, private investigator, the basically like a sidekick character to hers who can support her. He'll have like some of the complementary skills. He's not going to be like leading the investigation in any way. She makes the choices, but if she needs help, I can make a roll too. So that way we can keep the story moving. So yeah, Call of Cthulhu, I'm a huge, huge Lovecraft fan. Okay, everything Lovecraft wrote, I ate it up. I'm currently rereading the all of his mythos, every short story he's done. But I'm alternating between him and Robert E. Howard's Conan. And so since they knew each other in real life, you can kind of see like there's like a little bit of crossover. I really wasn't expecting that, but I was reading this Conan story, the Phoenix on the Sword, and Conan like fights this. To me, it sounds like a ghoul, right? So they describe how after he defeats it, it kind of melts into the ground, and that's the same thing that happens in the Cthulhu mythos. It's like summoned in some eldritch horror. I don't know. I think it's awesome. I'm all in right now on Cthulhu. So let's make Burt Derringer. He's a private investigator, like I mentioned. He lives in New Orleans. We did decide we were going to make our game in Louisiana because that's where I'm from in America, and that's where I know like the most geographically. And so let's dig in, right? Okay, so you can build a character with this, but I also have this beautiful book right here. And so we're gonna just set the rule book aside. We're just gonna focus on the investigator book for now. We're gonna open up to chapter 3, Past the Dunwich Horror, which is an amazing story. You gotta read it. Look at this art, guys. I mean, come on, right? This guy found something in this book he was not supposed to read. Okay, so taking a look at creating a character, we're going to start. Step 1, we got to generate my stats, right? So a lot of these are just 3d6 and then you multiply it by 5. So starting with strength, it says this one is 3d6 by 5. So here we go. We want high numbers. Oh, sorry, a homebrew rule we are using, we did this for Roxy's character. Any ones that we see, we're going to re-roll those because we want these characters to be pretty strong because we're going to be using them in a couple of one-shots until they kind of just deteriorate, die, or go insane. So we have 14 here. 14 times 5, I think, is 70. Let's do some quick math here. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, 70. Okay, so strength is 70. Oh, you know what we should do? We should just put it on an extra piece of paper because we might have to make some changes. So let's see. We've got strength is a 70. Not bad, actually. I'm really happy with the 70 strength. Okay, the next stat we roll up is the Constitution. Let's get a high one of those, too. We need a lot of hit points. Okay, we're going to re-roll this one. Okay, so not a huge improvement. So that's 11. So this was Constitution. 11 would be a 55. Guys, do not judge my math, okay? I am not great at mental math. Okay, I'm going to slide this over just a little bit. The next thing up is size. This one is just 2d6 plus 6. So we'll set this one aside. Reroll the 1. Oh, again, just an 11. So that's a 55 size. Okay, Dex. We want this to be high because we like dodge, right? Isn't that how you generate your dodge? I think it is. Okay, come on. Wow. Is it okay? Sure. All right. Just everything's going to be 55. It's okay. Burt Derringer is gonna, he's gonna have some kind of skills. Let's see, appearance. Reroll the 1. Okay, 7, 10. Okay. He's just a very average looking dude. Intelligence. This is 2d6 plus 6. Okay, 7 plus 6. Okay, so 13. 13. I'm going to have to do some mental math here. That's a 15. 65. Okay. Int is 65. Okay, that's not terrible. It's like decent enough. Okay. And then we're going to go to power. Power generates like your starting sanity. Is that right? Yeah, it starts your sanity. So let's get the power up real high. Reroll the 1. Okay, that's a 13. And again, we've already decided that 13 is a 65. So that's actually not a bad starting sanity. Okay, I'm okay with that. Next up, education, 2d6 plus 6. Okay, so we got 15. That's excellent. Okay, that is an excellent score. All right, so 15 times 5, 75. Nice. Okay, so I think education really gets you going because that's what determines your occupation points. Yeah, 75. Okay. Education is 75. And then luck. Let's be lucky. Let's be lucky. Reroll this 1. Okay, so that's 11, 14. Okay. So that'll put it at 70, right? Yeah, that's a 70, I think. Well, let's just do the math just in case. I don't want to mess it up. 0, 2, yeah, that's 70. Okay, so luck is a 70. Honestly, I'm really happy with the 70 luck. I can work with that. Okay, now for age, he's 39, so make an improvement for check for education. Okay, so to do an improvement check, you roll your percentile die. If the result is greater than my education, then I add a d10. Okay, so we need percentile. All right, so let's do some nice colors. What do you say? I got this green one. That'll be the tens place. And something beautiful, something gorgeous for this D10. What's it going to be? Okay, this purple one. All right, this will be the ones place. Tens and ones. I need to get higher than my education, so higher than 75. 79. Oh, yes. So I get to increase my education by a D10. That's 4. Okay, cool. So I actually have an education of 79. That's a very interesting number to stop on, but okay, cool. All right, and your education is a factor in determining your occupational skills. Okay, so we've got all that. We're squared away with that. So I think now we'll do the half and 1/5 characteristics later. That's kind of boring. I'm not going to fill that in. But I think we can start filling in the character sheet itself. So we have 70 here, 55 here, size is also 55, dex is 55, whatever. Appearance, the most average person in the world. Intelligence is 65. Oh, wait, sorry, I put that in the wrong spot. Education is 79. Intelligence is 65. POW is 65. And that's your starting sanity. So I'm going to bump that over here. 65. Okay. Excellent. All right, let's see. Starting. Okay, bonus damage. I don't think I'm going to have one. Strength and size. To determine, add strength and size together. So that's. Oh, okay. That's actually not so bad. So that's 125. That put. Oh, I just break into a bonus damage of 1d4 when I'm doing melee. 1d4. Okay, I'm into that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Next up, we do hit points. It's con and size. Figure out the character's hit points, add con and the size together. So that's 110 for me. And then you divide by 10. So 110 divided by 10 is 11, right? Yeah, it's 11. Okay, so 11 hit points, pretty middle of the road, I think. Okay, and then movement. If dex and strength are less than size, no. If strength or dex is equal to or greater than size, that's true. 8. If both strength and dex are greater than size, that is not true. So I have a movement of 8. Okay. Cool. Excellent. Magic points. Step 2, determine my occupation. Okay, so I already know that I want to be a private eye. So the private eye usually acts in non-police situations. He gathers information and evidence, okay? So my occupational skill points, I get my education times 2 plus either dex or strength times 2. I'm going to go with strength times 2 because I am a big, strong guy, okay? So that'll be 140 plus my education times 2. What is my education? It's 79. So we would do basically this, right? That's 160. So it'd be like 158 plus, what did I say again? Strength. So 140. Whoa, 8, 9. I get 298 points. 298 points to increase my profession skill. So first and foremost, I am going to go, how about I go 28 on my credit rating? So that way, we're just going to say 28 here. So that way, like, we get to like a nice even number. So we just subtract 28 from this, and we got 270 left to pump up a lot of really cool stuff. Now, I think that I want to have library use. Ooh. Yeah, I want to have library use. So I'm going to mark that one down. Library. I want to have intimidate. Psychology for sure. Because, I mean, I got to be reading people, right? Spot hidden. I'm a private eye. Yeah, spot hidden. Okay. And one other skill as personal or era specialty. I think locksmith is really cool. And then, like, with my personal points, I'll pump up like my fighting style, maybe brawl, firearms too, maybe, because I think that, like, yeah, I mean, I have such a good strength, right? Like, let's brawl. Let's be a fighter, right? Maybe like have like a bat or something, like a billy club. And that, like, beat cops used to carry like a baton with them, you know, something like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5. Yeah, so I mean, like, really, I could go heavy on these 5 and really just pump up. I hope I'm not doing this wrong. I really think that I've done it right. But if I have done it wrong, guys, let me know in the comment section, like, if I messed any of this up. But, you know, we can just go, like, since there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I want. Let's see. I don't really care too much about some of these others. I do need to, I've got to research. I have intimidate. Yeah. Okay. I think these are really great skills. So let's just divide 270 by 5, right? And then you see that you get like 5 here, you get 25. Then okay, so each one gets 54 points, and then, like, I'm not like pumping too much into them, but I have like a solid skill base. So library skill will jump from, because it starts with 20, right? So I will go from 20 to 54, so 70, 74. Wow, I am stacked. Yes. Okay. Intimidate. Where is intimidation? Okay, so it starts with 15. Nice. That is a 69. Okay, then we got psychology. That starts with 10, so that'll be 64. Very cool. Spot hidden gets 25 plus 54. That's a 9 here. Wow, I have an excellent chance, 79, of catching that. And then lock, I don't think lock picking skill has any, has 1. So that's actually 55. That's cool. That's cool. I'll take that. All right, cool. Now I get my personal points, right? Now, so we're going to scroll back just a little bit in the book. Decide and allocate skill points. There's my occupation skill points. Now my personal skill points. Okay. Investigators also draw upon experience and knowledge gained from hobbies and other professions. So multiply the investigator's int by 2 and allot those points in professional. So my intelligence is not bad, actually. So that would be 130. 65 times 2 is 130. So I have an additional 130, and I can put those into different things, except for the mythos. Okay. Now I do want to pump up like some fighting skills too. So just looking through here real quick, I think climb's pretty cool. So let's put 30 points into climb. Now we have 50. So now I have 100 points. Can I put points into dodge, or is it just like a static thing? I think it's static. So rounding down, I would get 26. Is that right? Let's see, 27. Okay. All right. Yeah. I like all these skills. Like everything seems like there is a spot for it, but let's stick. We need some kind of fighting, right? So fighting brawl already has 20 on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and, do I want to get close? I need a gun. Yeah, I want a handgun. So we're gonna go handgun, right? And we're gonna pump in 50 points into that to make it 70. So I have 50 points left for personal. I like stealth. You're getting in, you're getting out. Let's put 30 points into that. Give me 50 there. Now I have 20 points left. Yeah, there's a lot of options, but maybe... Okay, let's go to listen. No, I already have spot hidden. We'll put it into brawl. So the last 20 points goes from 25 to 45. I already have my credit rating set up. Step 4, create a backstory. So we're going to work on that later, but I think we've got like the gist of what this is. I can't remember how I get my magic points, so I'll have to look that up. But everything else seems to be filled out, ready to go. I'll do my like smaller numbers. I'll check out the handgun. I'll fill that in later. This is Burt Derringer. He's really good at climbing and dodging stuff. He's okay at dodging stuff. He's not afraid to get into a fight, but he's good with his gun. He'll scare the mess out of you to get what he wants to know. He's good at fact finding. He'll break in and sneak around. He'll find all the secrets. Yeah, I think this guy's going to be really fun and a nice asset to Roxy's character to complement them. So, yeah, I know it's been a while since I made a video, guys. That one-to-one time video kind of blew up, and I made a bunch of new connections on Twitter, and those guys have been challenging me, like called me out for playing OSE. They're like, dude, you need to learn first edition. So my intention is read the three core books in first edition, and while I'm going through those books, I will be running Call of Cthulhu for Roxy and myself, and that's the content we're going to be putting out for the next few weeks. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing stuff from Call of Cthulhu. I know that I'm going to love running that game, and if you are excited about seeing that duet, stay tuned, hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.